profit is how much you make over and above your cost, and it can be expressed as an amount, which is what they typically do out in real life, or as a percentage of your cost, which I've not known many people to be that concerned with. Now, when it comes to the formula, it's not that difficult. It's just the amount you made on the sell divided into the total cost, and that's it. Now, to help you remember that, we say made over paid. It's how much you made when you sold the property divided into what you paid for it originally. Now, you will not always be given the profit. Remember, profit is the difference between what you paid for the property, including improvements if they added into the question, and the selling price. The profit is not the sell price. I don't know how many times I've had to instill that in students. Now, here's how you figure your percentage of profit. Let's say you have a lot that cost you $8,000. You sold it for $10,000. That means you yielded a $2,000 profit. Not the 10, the 2. So we made $2,000 divided into what you paid for it originally, the $8,000 made over paid. Divide it and you get 0.25 or 25%. Now, that was where we have to find the percentage. There's another version of the profit problems where we have to find the actual dollar amount that was spent on it, and they give us the percentage. This one, some people find to be easier, some people find it more difficult. Again, we'll go over all of them, and hopefully it will all make sense to you. So another version of the question is to be given the percentage and then asked for your original purchase price. I have an example here. Let's say that a lot sold for $6,000 and you made a 25% profit on that lot. So how much did you spend on it? So this is how you figure the cost of the lot. When you have a profit problem, you always add the percentage of profit to 100. Now, if you make a profit, that means your cost was 100% of what you spent, and when you sold it, you made 25% more on top of. So that is representative of 125% of the number that we were given. So the 125% is the $6,000 that you sold it for. Now we just take the $6,000, divide it into the percentage, which as a decimal will be 1.25, and then that gives us $4,800, and that's how much we spent on the property originally, or our cost. Again, it's just a simple division problem, but unlike the original problems that we did where you had to figure out what the percentage was, they give it to us here. And another tip, the one that I learned from the captain, is always divide into the money when you're looking for the cost of something. Which, if you remember the original division box that we used to have to draw out on paper, the number in the box is the number that you enter first in the calculator. And when we're looking for how much something is, that's normally the money. So you would have 1.25 outside the box, dividing that into the $6,000 inside the box.